Welcome back to another Adobe Firefly video. So isometric is always useful. One of my, one of my favorite games called Equinox would always have an isometric view. But I guess isometric views can vary. Um, so it's a vertical isometric view. Having the word miniature is also quite interesting because miniature, obviously, for instance, a lot of people like whatever, like Warhammer little miniatures or painting is enlarged text directly above the weather icon. Make sure the weather info has no background, can subtly overlap with the buildings. All text should match the native language of the selected city. And then, okay, I couldn't get quite the end of it, but that's a pretty good answer, right? Let's have a look. Tell me to edit in Photoshop. I wish I could just open it in something else. That I mean, that's not bad. So Athens. So that is basically the real weather. Um, that is today's date. Yeah, 4th of December. I assume. Yeah, so 4th of December, Athens. I'm not sure I see any. Oh yeah, there's the Parthenon, right? I guess that's supposed to be the Parthenon. So that's pretty cool, right? This is just something. This is a pretty basic thing. So I've got my cheese and pepper dish, right? So we want to do a reference image now. So let's see if I can work out how to do that. Can I just drag it straight in here? I wonder. Yeah, I can. Nice. All right. So the prompt this time then. Uh, Let me just check. Gonna have to just change it. Handwritten. It's kind of so interesting because there's so many things that you think about different categories, right? That you could do if you wanted to do like a guide to how to do this. Like you could just look at the different categories like in Photoshop or Illustrator. Let's try it. I mean, why is the comma placement wrong, right? Wow, that is good, isn't it? That is really good. Well, let's even put that there. Let me see what the recipe if it actually looks good. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's pretty. I mean, it's a pretty basic dish, but yeah, that's good as well. And by the way, I kind of figured that people are going to start asking for prompts in the comments. I'd never done that. I didn't do that with commands and stuff. It's not going to happen. Um, what you probably could do is you could probably just somehow get a screenshot of the screen though, right? And somehow extract it without doing anything. What we got next? Okay, different star. I don't know. Is this for? Let's see. Nano banana. Yeah, still nano banana. Okay. Let's do. Let's not do that. Let's make it a man, elderly. Where's the elderly man from? Let's make him Brazilian. Why not? Should we keep having? Yeah, we'll keep that. Uh, we're gonna make him from Singaporean. Can I do it like that? Let's try that. Because they've got really cool gardens in Singapore. Some of the, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, their urban gardens are amazing. It's not garden park actually. It wouldn't be garden, would it? Colourful TDD. Okay, yeah. We'll keep the rest. Like I said, I'm not going to change too much, but I just want to. I need to do it slightly differently. Hmm. Well, I don't know what that means. ARRI. Should we look what that means? ARRI camera. Probably Lightroom thing or something, is it? Professional, high image quality, exceptional dynamic range, organic film-like look. Okay, sounds like you'd probably want to use that then. Let's go all correctly because that will tell me that Yeah, no, that's fine, right? Yeah, pretty good, right? I mean, not that I really know what Singaporean parks look like, but still, I think I'd want there to be. The thing is, I'm thinking of they've got some crazy stuff in there. If I looked at it, I could probably incorporate a bit more, but I'll change it anyway. Um, I've just looked it up. I can't remember exactly. To be honest, there's probably so many, but it looks like the ones that is being recommended are these. Yeah, let me try this one. Quite a different image, right? The guy, weirdly, the guy. He looks he looks like the same guy though, right? Which is interesting. It's a better image though, isn't it? That is a better image. All right, so now we're back in the video editor, and I put this image that we just created as the first frame. I've never done this before, and basically I've realised, by the way, you look at the. I don't know if any of you are doing this at the moment. I didn't realise this, but I was actually using this. So even though we're in the free period, this was still using four. Basically, each of the different things has got a different amount of credits it uses. With this one, I think being the worst. Um, but that one's. But basically, if you want to use this whatever they've got this special offer on at the moment, you have to do it like that. And then now I can do as many as I want with these. Um, so we know where he's starting. Okay, so we don't need to describe the man's appearance, the park's features, his clothing, right? Because that's already been generated by this is the bit that's kind of tricky, right? Because that's already been generated by the image. This is kind of like how you're supposed to do it. The leaves fall from the trees with soft shadows. Shall I enhance it first? There you go. Yeah, you see, what I wrote, because it's sort of in the right sort of theme, it's actually seen it's correct, right? Work. So yeah, while it loads, I just want to look through what it enhanced it to. It walks steadily to the right, its movement smooth and unhurried, setting as serene forest during golden hour. So look. So let's think about how we're going to keep this going, because I think the way to do it is you basically do sequentially, right, one after the other. So we don't need to worry about that. Man walks to the right. Let me see if this works. Is that skin? Do they have skin? Is that the right word? Zebra giraffe. Yeah, forest giraffe, right? That's why it's a good one to put here. With dark green skin with yellow stripes. Maybe that it will work that out. Let's just see. All right, he's on his way. What's he doing now? Let's see. Here's the thing, right? Because he moved to the right, because the camera is going to the right. This is really interesting, actually. The camera is moving to the right, so the only place it can occur. That is really interesting, isn't it? A man moves to the right, but the camera is also moving to the right, so he can't. He's not really encountering it. Should we try to see what? Let's just see what happens if we just change the camera motion to the left, right? Maybe we need this to be cartoon to be in line. He's in the middle, so actually this could work. Let's try it. The one thing I've noticed, by the way, is that it is much quicker to do this one than the other one. This because I've only been waiting. I know I've edited it out, but I've only been waiting a few seconds. Hmm, not quite what I was expecting, but you could say that the Okapi is taking pride of place now. This Okapi actually looks better as well. He's walking to the right. The Okapi is approaching from the left. If we want him to face the Okapi, he spins round to the left. So he'll sharply turn to the left. The camera will move to the left, so he'll be over here, facing left, and then the Okapi will join in. So technically, I shouldn't need to put anything else in there, and that should work. All right, let's see what we got this time. That's better, right? I think it's kind of hard to predict exactly what's going to happen. But that really is what I wanted. The Carpi moves in. Looks better, yeah. All right, so we're going to leave it there for now. I really like this one, actually. All right, so anyway, the theme, I think, for going forward for extra episodes of this is going to be similar. We start with images, we work out some prompt, and then we think of ways to turn it into some video stuff. So thanks for watching.